Hello everyone and welcome to Yarnoculus. I'm your instructor Anjana and I will be teaching you everything about crochet. This series is tailored specifically for absolute beginners, so I will teach you everything from holding the hook till making flawless crochet stitches. In this episode, we will cover what is crochet, what are the materials needed to learn the art, and how to make the slip knot using these materials. Crochet is the art of making handmade textiles using some yarn and a hook. The term crochet actually means a small hook in French, and that's where the art form gets its name from. Crochet is the lesser known sister of knitting, with the major difference between them being knitting is done using two big needles which look something like this, while crochet is done using a small one which is called a hook and some yarn. The only two things that you need to learn crocheting is some yarn and a crochet hook. For this tutorial, I would recommend getting some cotton or acrylic yarn of medium weight, which you can easily find in the clearance aisle of any craft store near you. Even better, if you know anyone around you who is a knitter or a crocheter, just ask them for some leftover yarn and they will be glad to give you some. There is no difference between a knitting yarn and a crocheting yarn. Every yarn that you can knit with, you can crochet with as well, and vice versa. The hook comes in various sizes and it actually depends on the type of yarn that you're using and the project that you're making. For now, if you are going for a cotton or acrylic yarn of medium weight, I would recommend getting the 5.0mm crochet hook. That would fit just perfect for that kind of yarn and for you to learn crocheting. Going further, you're gonna need a pair of scissors to snip your yarn and some stitch markers to mark your stitches, but that's for later. For this tutorial, all you need to do is grab some yarn, a 5.0mm crochet hook, and let's hop to the craft table and learn how to crochet. Okay, enough of the mumble jumble, let's get to some fun. I have some stash yarn, which is some leftover cotton yarn from my previous projects, and I have a 5.0mm hook. So if you see on every hook, you would clearly have the size of the hook. That's what you got to look at. So like the one that I have in my hands is 5.0mm, if you can see that in the camera. And this is some medium weight cotton yarn. So I'm a right-handed person, so I hold the hook in my right hand, whereas the yarn goes in my left hand. And as the yarn goes in my left hand, I like to keep the yarn on my left side. That just makes it easier to pull. But just go with whatever comes naturally to you and you should be fine. For the hook, I hold the hook like this, with my thumb being the most prominent finger out here, because this movement for me becomes easier and it comes more natural. So let's get started with one of the most important things in this art, and this is what you will start your project with. Any project that you do, you need to do a slip knot before you start. So let's start with the slip knot. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna hold the tail end and wrap the yarn around your two fingers, your index finger and your middle finger, like so. So hold it, 3 fingers, hold it, wrap it once. You're gonna wrap it around again, but this time it's gonna be over the first wrap. So I'm gonna hold it, wrap it around again. So if you see here, it's over the first one. So this is my first round and this is my second round. Easy enough? Now hold your hook, slide it between your fingers and pull up the second one. So this is my first one, this is my second one. Slide it and pull up the second one. Nice and easy. Okay, now that you have your hook inside your yarn, all you do is let go of the yarn from your fingers, hold the tail ends, this is the two ends of the yarn, and just pull. And that's it, you got a slip knot. Okay, let's do that again. This is your yarn, this is the tail end of the yarn. You hold the tail end, wrap around once, hold it tight with your ring finger, wrap around again over the first one, slide the hook, pull the second one up so your second loop is on the hook, let go of the yarn and just pull. That's it. Now what you can do is you can just let go of the tail end and just pull the end that is connected to the ball, and you have it firm over your hook. And that's how you do a slip knot. Come on, now this time you're gonna do it with me. Okay, 3 fingers is all you need. Hold the tail end, wrap once. Did you get that? Wrap again over. Now mind you, you need to be very careful with this, and then the second one has to absolutely be over the first one, and do not let go. So if you see, I'm using my ring finger and my thumb to hold it until I have it on my hook. Slide in your hook and pick up the second one. Leave everything and just pull. And just pull the end that you have connected to the ball. That's how you start. Simple, right? Like any other art form, crocheting would also need a lot of practice to reach a point where everything feels natural to your fingers. So the only homework I'm leaving you with is to practice holding the hook and the yarn, and to practice the slip knot that I just showed you. Keep doing this until you are able to do a slip knot in under 5 seconds, and then we can move on to some more beautiful crochet stitches. So keep practicing as many times as you can. This is Anjana from Yarnoculus signing off, and I promise to meet you soon with some more interesting stitches. Till then, take care and stay safe.